Okay, the movie doesn't work without the sound. If you take the
No, it
sound
won't
out,
work
it
at all.
doesn't work.
An achievement in sound mixing,
Yeah,
Inception, The King's Speech, Salt, The Social Network, and True Grit.
gonna be Social Network.
Yeah, for sound mixing.
Yeah.
Achievement in visual effects.
Oh, you know this one, basically. It's Alice in Wonderland, Harry Potter, Hereafter, Inception, and Iron Man. It will be Alice in Wonderland because it's all, I mean,
It's all
Inception
like
is basically a effects movie, but Alice in Wonderland is an effects movie. It's all about the effects. It is an artist, okay, like Tron is an artist representation of what they think a film should be. Which didn't quite make it, whereas, okay, Alice in Wonderland is a 2D movie made in a 3D world to be photographed in 3D. Because he designed, no, he designed everything as if it was a 3D world. And shot it in 2D and then 3D'd it
Oh,
afterwards.
he did.
Remember, it was shot in 2D.
That's why, because remember we saw it in the theater. Well, actually, it was in the theater in 3D,
Yeah.
and I picked up the DVD for it, a Blu-ray,
Yeah.
and I was hoping it to be in 3D, but it wasn't. It
Yeah.
was just a Blu-ray copy,
Yeah.
and a regular copy, and a digital copy, I think.
No, but it's an artist idea of 3D without doing it. Okay, I was doing artwork in films. They basically, we did things, and we were so good that we were doing things in 3D, which you couldn't show them in 3D, but you could see the depth of everything. So it was virtually 3D, except you were doing it with artwork. It's a 2D movie. He created the artwork to look like it was 3D without the 3D, and then they came in and do the 3D afterwards, and basically because it all looked, and because it depends upon Johnny Depp and the other people being descriptive on everything they do, you know. You know, everything is basically like a hope. It's why it
Very
works.
physical.
It's why it worked being shot in Britain. Because the British actors tend to be more descriptive when they're doing things than American actors.
In other words, you use more
Because,
body language.
like a lot of American actors, they'll just sit with their hands in their pocket, like James Dean, or Marlon Brando, you know. But the British actor speaks with his hands.
Mm.
And so if they're doing like that, or you got the guy, you know, like Johnny Depp, you know, doing like this, it's why like we saw the 3D trailer for the next Pirates movie where he's basically really, basically there's some naughty parts in it, forget to talk about it, fella. You know, like sort of, are you poking that thing at me again? It's a saver.
Yeah, you see it coming through.
Yeah, coming
the
right
door.
at you, yeah. So
That was fun. Adapted screenplay.
127 Hours, The Social Network, Toy Story, True Grit, Winterbone. Basically, Aaron Sorkin is going to win for The Social Network. That's a gimme.
Okay.
So there's no even worrying about anything else.
Okay, an original screenplay, Another Year, The Fighter, Inception, The Kids Are All Right, and The King's Speech.
It's going to be The King's Speech because it is a wordy. It's all about speech, folks. And you're doing a movie about people, you know, using words. So guess what?
It's all about words.
It's all about words.
Oh, it's all about the King's Speech.
It's all about the King's Speech, which is a written document, and about how he got to it. So they're going to divide up the Academy Awards among the King's Speech,
Black Swan.
And The Social Network, and Toy Story. It's going to be basically, and Alice in Wonderland. 5 movies are going to basically walk off with almost all the Oscars, and then they'll throw a few little ones in there besides.
So that's kind of spreading it out, though, with 5 different ones?
Oh yeah, but the trick is which pictures would have won in a day when they were actually voting. Okay, I mean, the Academy is always, what people understand, the Academy Awards is simply the industry's idea who should be doing this. But there was a day when the industry gave awards. I mean, they were to give like a Best Actor or Best Actress award to someone that basically had a body of work. Mm-hmm. And that's how they get that Oscar. But the other awards were based upon their achievements. It's like, John Ford got X amount, and Frank Capra did it. They were for the work they did then, not for 20 years later they give them an award. No, it didn't work. Today they're giving you awards for political purposes, mm-hmm. And that's the sad part about it. You look and see which is The Black Swan is a politically correct movie. Sorkin is The Social Network is a politically correct movie. Let's see, was it, a King's Speech is foreign film, and with England, anytime you make bring a movie in England that they actually can, you know, open their mouth and speak good words, they give them an Academy Award nomination. The Academy is really gaga over British movies. I mean, if they had the choice, it would be the BAFTA Award with the British Orange. You know, they sit there and just, you know, the whole thing would be filled full of movies made in Great Britain.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't go over well. But then see, the British don't make politically correct movies though, so that's the hard part about it. The people voting at the Academy Awards are basically under not a spring chick's age. People my age are really ignored, but they love British movies and would give the award to every British movie they could get over here. But the problem is the British don't believe in political correctness. They make films. The eating studios, for instance, would make brownie points by making comedies about social issues. You know, they would make, they made superb war movies where they made statements, but they were entertaining. Whereas there's not a lot of entertainment,
Right after it talks.
I'll give you a list of there's no real entertainment in Beautiful. The Social Network are 127 hours. You know, the King's Speech and True Grit have got some entertainment value. The Fighter basically is a movie that nobody's going to see. The Winter Bone, no one's going to see it. The Town, no one's going to see it. The Kids Are All Right, no one's going to see it. Rabbit Hole, no one's going to see it. Blue Valentine, no one's going to see it. Illusionist, you know, basically Alice in Wonderland, Harry Potter, Inception, made money. But the Social Network made money and it didn't make money. So The Tempest, no, it didn't make any money. I Am Love didn't make any money. Exit to the Gift Shop, no money. Gasland, no money.
All of the awards, they're not known for picking popular movies. It's just
but the problem is that they say screw you to the people that are paying their salaries, and that's what gets. This is a long time ago. My father knew Al Jolson. Al Jolson is, you know, why must the show go on? Because if you don't get paid. Actors a business that makes movies to make social points of view and awards only movies that have social points of view basically is a business that isn't long for the world. Look at the businesses leaving Los Angeles. The business is moving out of the state. They're moving out of the United States because you can't continue to make movies. I mean, George Clooney has found out that you can't make movies that don't make money. Jennifer Aniston is finding out she can't continue to make movies that don't make money.
Well, somebody's got to make some money somewhere, otherwise, as you notice, they don't continue making them.
Don't continue to make them. There was a time in our country when you could make a social statement that basically just the gangster movies were social statements. The 30s musicals were social statements. The war movies between after World War I through Korea. The war movies almost always made social statements, but they were all god-awful entertaining. Today, they have forgot about entertaining and just make the message. It's just, I mean, like how many times do you have to be beaten over the head that being gay is right? How many times do you have to be beaten over the head that, being against the Tea Party is the right thing to do? Or being a liberal Democrat is the right thing to do. That's not entertainment. That's just taking a social viewpoint, pounding people over the head with it. And years ago, I knew the head of Bank of America's Entertainment Loan Division, and he said he was just getting too old because they're no longer financing movies that have any chance of making money. They're financing.
Oh, really?
He said my company is financing movies about a guy in love with his dog. You know, and he said, which they
Marley and Me did do well.
I know, that he was being facetious about that, which is basically was fibbing, but that was what he was talking about, was that they simply went around the bend. I think that in the 60s, they stopped making entertainment. I mean, look at the money, mostly it's an afterthought if you give a movie that made any money an Academy Award now. Remember, Tim Burton makes statements with his movies. He's anti-society, basically he says screw Disney in every movie he makes.
He does?
He doesn't like the Disney people.
I know, but they distribute his movies.
His movies make lots of money.
They do make.
But he has an entertainment message of Drop Dead. You think that Iron Man makes no social message. Iron Man is just about a rich kid. that got richer, you know, and he designed weapons of mass destruction and got paid for it by getting his heart destroyed. But Batman: The Dark Knight, well, it did well, but the social issue isn't there. Like, they should talk about, you know, the Dark Knight should be a black individual and not a white person, and then you could relate to the fact that he, you know, he had a tough life. But that's it. It's all today. It's about who. Like I said, this was not being facetious. An old actor did say this. He said that, you know, he said, I'm, you know, he couldn't understand why he got nominated for an award, because he said, I'm a grandfather, I'm white, I'm not gay, and I don't sing and I don't dance, and I'm not a Democrat. So that was basically how you get the nominations. You gotta be a Democrat. If you go through down the list of how many of these people are Democrats, you know, right on the, I can go back to the front page of this thing, of the best actors, 3, 4, page 5, page 1, page 2, okay. Christian Bale, he's an Englishman. Basically, okay, every single person on this list, there's not you can go down this list, you're not gonna find a Republican on that list. None. None. Didn't that say something right there? Party affiliation, automatically elimination.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't think there's actually that many Republicans in the entertainment industry.
Entertainment industry is full of Republicans.
Is it?
It's totally full of Republicans. You know, so basically, they just don't come out. I mean, Bruce Willis is a Republican, Schwarzenegger's a Republican, Stallone's a Republican. A lot of prominent people in the
And they make popular movies that don't get nominated.
They make popular movies. They make movies for the people. But no, they're just.
They make popular movies that make a lot of money.
I mean, okay, Clint Eastwood basically he's an independent, but Clint Eastwood basically makes movies that are meant to win awards. He doesn't make movies.
And he's done very well at that.
He doesn't make movies that are popular anymore. He makes movies to get awards, and because he makes movies to get awards, he has a problem getting them financed. So eventually, he has to turn around and make a movie that is popular. So. But that's what I think he's getting ready to do now. He's got to pay for the process. That's why there's no Eastwood thing this year.
Oh.
Because he couldn't get, you know, because he has to make money every now and then to pay for his social commentary. But, you know, but it's how it is. It's just Republicans basically don't get nominations no matter what. They don't like Republicans in Los Angeles. And maybe that's why Ben Affleck, he's from Massachusetts, but maybe he's not left enough south.
Oh.
No, but they don't remember. But the whole trick is that you can bitch and moan all you want about who's going to get these things. Remember, this is not your award show, folks. This is the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences.
That's right.
And they give awards to what they think, in their own opinion, is making like I said, it no longer has to do with greatness. It has to do with points of view.
Yeah, and Academy members from each of the branches vote to determine the nominees in the respective categories. Yeah. And the ballots were mailed to 5,755 voting members in late December.
Yeah.
And were returned directly to Pricewaterhouse.
Yeah, and they were put out this morning, and now the next set are going to go out to everybody again. That's why you know that if the Directors Guild, which is basically, most of them are in here, nominate and give an award to to social media or the Black Swan, it's going to win the Academy Award.
Because it's the same people.
If the producers give an award to one of them, it's the same people. If the Screen Actors Guild gives an award, it's the same people. So the only difference is there's some difference in nominations of who it is. They have who they think should have been nominated and who didn't, because there are sometimes you have rebel factions inside to think, well, my gay movie is better than her gay movie, so I want my gay movie to get the award nominations. There's a lot of the women are in gay movies, folks. A lot of those movies nominated are gay.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what they would do. I mean, God, you think Doris Day would get a nomination? There's not a chance in hell that Doris Day could get a nomination. Basically, she could do the greatest movie ever done. And she was in some really good dramas too, folks, for Alfred Hitchcock. I mean, it's just political correctness going wild. So it's interesting to find out, you know, it swings in cycles. One time it was heavily Republican, another time it was heavily Democrat. So try to be a Democrat and get an award nomination in the 50s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's our choices. Some of it may change over this next Screen Actors Guild thing, because we'll actually be able to put a proof positive. It's Colin Firth is figured to be, Colin Firth and Natalie Portman are winning every award. So that's a gimme. Which I would have thought that the people, when they decided to pick Franco and Hathaway, would have known that they didn't have a chance of winning the awards. They haven't won anything. So until next time, this is Ocam.
And this is not a spring chicken. We're here yesterday, today, and tomorrow. For more information, you can always go to
www.montebubbles.net on the net.
And wherever you're watching us, subscribe to us, follow us on our daily newscast in 3D. And thank you once again for over 40 million links on the internet.